Look at Jay losing up.
I don't do reality TV like that. It distracts me.
RONNIEKI. Oops. Let's begin.
Has anybody seen Fantasia lately?
She look good.
How's your stylist?
I need to know.
Jesus is not going to accept ratchetness at the end of the day.
Unfortunately, my favorite daughter is Tracy.
This is the definition of a real mom. I'm here working and I got my son.
People handle, they can't,
What was my favorite show for 2011? Wait, what year was it?
2013.
Snizzer! Cut.
Relationships are work. The question is, are people willing to put in the work? That's the real question.
The dating game is exhausting. Like, who doesn't want to just settle down with somebody who got you like you got them?
I don't know if it's the times we live in or the examples that we see on TV or maybe how women throw themselves at men or how men throw themselves at women, but today people really don't value real love and real relationships.
I believe in my relationship today. I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm so grateful to have this man here by my side.
Better be.
It's very hard to conquer things by yourself. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's wonderful to have your little shorty by your side. Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful because she's that one that's always in your corner.
When you're in a good relationship, you see the best type of person you can be because they pull out the best in you. They also pull out the bad in you, but really it comes out so you can better it.
You don't go around telling the stuff that you don't want to come back and haunt you. You don't tell your family or you don't throw your mate or whoever you dating under the bus until after it's over.
I've learned in my young almost 28 years now that I can't let someone pick a tree for me to lay up under. So you gotta find what's best fits for you, even if the world doesn't approve of it. If y'all okay, then it's okay. But if y'all personalities clash and like they don't mesh well, what's the point of like being in a relationship? I think women need to think more about are you comfortable around this guy? Can you be yourself?
And if you don't know yourself 100%, and if you're not happy 100%, you're not gonna be happy with nobody else. You're gonna be happy with yourself. So
Yes, that's so true.
you gotta be a happy single to be a happy couple. Straight up.
You hop into a quick relationship.
Y'all like that? That was a Cold Cuts original. Quote me.
If this person is willing to stick with you through hard times and you feel like you can relate to them on every level, then that's a sure thing. Like, I would not hesitate on taking it to the next level.
People, you really need to get over somebody before you jump in another relationship, or you're gonna bring all that baggage and that dirt and that burden into that relationship, which is gonna mess it up.
So if you're already going in that mindset that it's not going to work out, or that he or she is a dog, she's a cheater, he's a cheater, she's a hoe, whatever it is, if you go in a situation like that, then it's going to be hard for you to change that because that's what you already believe. You've already judged the situation.
You can't be bitter towards somebody else from what somebody did to you in your past. You know what I mean? That's first of all that's kind of selfish to yourself and them, because you know what I mean, you can be hindering something that's great and you don't even know it.
You have to stick it out when you're in a relationship because it's not going to be all peaches and cream, but you'll have to really nourish and cherish the one that you're with so you can make it last forever.
I just need that one person that's going to show me that they know what they're doing in a relationship and they're not all about the games.
I love my boys to death. To talk and party, all that stuff is fun, but it's a time and place when you have to grow up.
How do I feel about taking a break? There's no such thing. You either breaking up or you ain't. I don't really like to play on the middle ground. It's either black or it's white. I'm not comfortable in gray. I need to know black or white. Are we there? Are we not there?
What was your foundation when you took the break? That's the question. Like, where were your goals? What was your mindset? What was your intentions?
I got in a relationship where I was nowhere near ready. Nowhere near ready. I was lusting her. Just lusting. And she loved me to death. But I couldn't match that. So I was like, you know what? Let's take a break. That was my way out.
Wait, time out.
What?
We done took breaks
Yeah.
before, and it was healthy. So
It
sometimes
was healthy.
sometimes taking a break is healthy for the relationship because
It was healthy for who?
for us.
Well, I mean, you basically have to know that you and your partner that you're taking a break from are on the same page, whether or not you guys want to date other people or if you just want to take some time apart to figure yourselves out.
If you're in a relationship and you decide to take a break, I feel like that's basically another word for saying like, let's see other people and see what happens, and let me see if you're really the one who I want to put all this effort into.
Like there's no breaking period, because that just leaves the opportunity for the other person to meet somebody else or cheat or whatever else it is, or they were already cheating and that's why they asked for the break to begin with.
Which in that case, you shouldn't have got in a relationship or gotten your emotions or this person ready for a serious relationship if you were not done dropping and getting your legal on.
Be real. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship no more. Like, this is not working. And move on. If you don't use the word break, because the girl thinking, oh, he's coming back. So she's wasting her time.
Be loyal to whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's in friendship, whether it's in relationships, physical, mental, whatever it is, just be loyal.
And sometimes they're good. Sometimes they let you know that you can live without the person. Sometimes you hold on to somebody for so long, you think you can't deal without them until you have to deal without them.
I feel like a break is just an excuse to avoid commitment, and if you're scared, you shouldn't be in a relationship. Bye.
If you engaged, that a day or two could be a long break.
Yeah, but you won't be together forever.
Well, you better get this day or two break out of here now. Cause when you bang it on your face, only break we got is to come off. And it ain't coming off because I ain't getting divorced once I get married.
Praise God.
Yeah, good women definitely still exist, but I think women, we just need to take a little more time out to figure ourselves out, because the problem with us is that we get wrapped up in relationships before we're all the way done growing.
Just, you know, be a good person and meet some people and just become friends with a guy first before you date them and before you give it up.
All of us have issues, even the greatest of people have issues, but I believe that we get mixed up in the cloud and get mixed up in the noise, so sometimes we can't even see a good person when it's right in front of our face.
Looking at two good fellas right here. What's up, ladies?
There are definitely good men out there, but they kind of need to retrain how they think that they need to approach a good woman.
You know where you can find a lot of good men at?
Where?
Guitar Center. Sam Ash.
Date a musician.
Always date a musician. It's the best thing you could ever do, ladies.
Good women exist, like good men exist, but we got to get back to being good parents and make these good men and women.
High standards are good, but when you have high standards, you need to be a high standard yourself.
It depends on the age bracket. If you're in the younger age group, the 18 to 25, you can kind of feel like you are the ish and you could have as many standards as you want. Sometimes they're stupid because you really want this person to be Hercules or Zeus, which is in Olympia, so clearly they're not going to exist.
You need to stop being so demanding from a man when you don't even demand that from yourself.
If you talking about something, oh, I don't want to be with him because he broke.
So if you want to have a good guy, be a good woman.
What if you do get a guy with a nice car, can dress his butt off, got everything that you want, crazy? Will you be happy? What can he treat you right? I know y'all seen Temptation.
Sometimes I be like, mine's a little sketch. I think it's because
That
I'm getting
too.
older.
And then you try to lower it.
Yeah,
to
I'm like, well, it's okay. Like you try to accept things that you normally
Yeah.
wouldn't accept.
I've done that, and it's not a good
And
look.
it never works. So you have to come to like a middle ground. You really have to sit and evaluate everything. Like look at the pros and the
Yeah.
cons of somebody instead of just jumping into something because you don't want to be alone or whatever the case is.
If they can't provide you with some type of satisfaction in more ways than one than just sexually, or if they can't please you, you do not need to be with them. So you need to come on up to bright glory and let God have his way in your life.
Marriage.
Woo woo.
Great topic.
Like marriage is a great thing if it's done right And if you marry a person that wants to be with you forever and you want to be with them forever.
But that's cool. Like, it's, you know, 2-parent households, all that good stuff. Knowing the person you're going home to. Because going home to somebody different every night, it gets old. Ask my Aunt Karen.
Bro, hey, this generation, people party, man. People party. I feel like marriage is a lost art nowadays, man.
But I do still believe in marriage, and even though the divorce rate is higher than ever, I still believe marriage does stand for something.
I feel like it gets watered down, but marriage is so special and sacred. It's something I always believe in. It's not for everybody, that's for sure.
So we've seen the example of marriage. We know what it is. You stick together thick and thin. It's no, oh, I'm gonna get divorced because we got into an argument. Like, no, you gonna be here. I'm gonna put you in a chokehold. You gonna stay around, and we gonna work this out. It's no in and out, back and forth. Like, you make it work.
You know, they get married one day and then 2 weeks later they in divorce court, and I don't get it. To me, it's like, when you get married, like, you feel some type of way about that person. To me, like, you should know, like, that's who you want to be with, and that's that.
If you decide that you're going to be with this person or whatever, come hell or high water, some stuff just needs to stay between the two of you, and some stuff you just need to talk to God about.
You're going to have to apologize when you don't want to. You're going to have to swallow your pride when you don't want to. But at the end of the day, I think that making all those sacrifices for your husband or wife is small compared to the gratitude that you get from having a partnership with somebody that has your back 100%, you have their back 100%.
No, marriage is a good foundation. I think that goes on the lines of making better people. If you have a 2-parent household, 2 people working together for the same goal, you might make okay kids. Look at me, I can read and write.
At the end of the day, the love in marriage is beautiful, and I really hope that I find that one day.
I just think it can be really good if people don't give up. Stop giving up on marriage, people. The divorce rate in this country is too high.
You settle down, and that's wonderful. And people matter of fact, dudes are scared of that.
I can remember when I was 11, 12, like my son's age, and I would tell my mom all the time, like, I'd never get married. Like, I always wanted 3 or 4 girls at one time. And, man, I don't know what happened. You know, I just grew up.
I happened.
Yeah, you happened. But, yeah, you happened.
But even if you get married, like,
You can still have fun.
stuff.
Yeah, it's not like your life ends when you get married. Like, you sign that on a dotted line, my life is over, bury me now.
Marriage is great. Divorce is ugly though.
Don't jump into marriage, because the divorce will be quick.
Don't jump into it, walk into it.
That's weird. Y'all like that. Y'all like that. I know y'all did.
Marriage is the best, like, especially when you marry your best friend and all that, like, you laugh and joke together. Like, it's nothing like that.